There you go. I know why. There you go. Okay, excellent. Right, okay, so coming up next we have super duper Rene. Hey, what an awesome picture of Rene. Look, what do I say about Rene? That sums up Rene just so entirely. She's just so amazing. She has 10 years of personal training experience specialising in nutritional coaching. She's been with Isogenics for a little while now. As you can see, she's an executive, a 2-star Golden Circle. Renee and I have known each other for a little while through Isogenics, but we really got to know each other in Cambodia. And, Renee, you are so much fun. You're just such a fun and positive and energetic person to hang out with. And that's probably one of the best things about Isogenics is meeting people like yourself. So super excited to hear from you tonight. So take it away, Renee.
Oh, thanks, Kyle. You are so awesome. We had so much fun. And just for the record, everyone, Kylie is a really bad influence when it comes to alcohol. Love this girl.
Renee's a liar. I forgot to mention that.
Yes. Isogenics has definitely brought some amazing people into our lives. It's freaking cool. I love it. So thank you for that awesome introduction.
My pleasure.
Tonight, can you click me over, please? Have I got a, yeah. Tonight, I have the awesome privilege of talking about a product, one of my favorite products, and it's just ironic that I chose Cleanse for Life because I'm cleansing today, and so is Larry. So it's this stuff is so magical, and I just want to share with you guys just a little bit. One thing, don't ever think that you need to be a product expert. If anything has slowed me down in this business, it's getting bogged down in what's in the product. What you need to learn is just the basics and where to send people to find the information. So don't bog down because you end up on lots of three-way calls with people wanting to know about the products when they could be looking at a tool. So back to Cleanse for Life. This stuff is so freaking cool. So as you all know, our bodies are actually designed to cleanse themselves naturally. So back in the caveman days, before we had carbon monoxide and pesticides and herbicides and all of our awesome free radicals to deal with, our bodies actually used to cleanse naturally and people were healthy all the time. But with our nutritionally deprived soil and all the crap that we're putting in these days, all of our processed foods, our bodies do sometimes get bogged down with all that nasties, and they just don't function the way they're meant to. So what Cleanse for Life does, it's actually a complete botanical formula. So it's all vegetables and flowers and herbs, and it just helps your body to cleanse naturally. So it supports all of your organs, and it nourishes your body with every single nutrient it needs. This is especially good for fasted cleanse days. I'm getting a bit of background noise there. Someone's.
It's perfect now. It's being fixed.
Are you there? Bear with me. Sorry, I have to go back to that.
Where was I? So Cleanse Life is actually for nourishing your body while you're cleansing.
Sorry, Renee. Let me see. Hey everyone, as you log in, if you could just mute yourself as well.
Absolutely. All right, I'll keep talking. Cleanse does is just provide the body with every single nutrient that it needs while you're cleaning. The reason it works so well is that it actually works on a cellular level. So you'll have like a kidney cleanse. Cleanse for Life actually sends every single cell of your body.
Renee?
And yeah.
Hold up. Everyone's getting distorted sounds. Can you give me 2 seconds? I'll mute everyone and then I'll bring you back on, okay, and see if that fixes the problem.
All right. So let me know if I sound like a robot.
No, you sound awesome now.
Awesome. You can all hear me. Sweet. Okay. So where was I? All right. So I think I was talking about how the Cleanse for Life actually works on a, whereas most of your other cleanse programs work on a certain organ. So like you'll get a bowel cleanse or a liver cleanse, whereas this works on every cell body. How it actually works is it gets into all of your cells and supports them, flushing them, providing them with all the nutrients and herbs and adaptogens that it needs. So it like that will store impurities, especially on a 2-day cleanse. So when you're not eating anything, your body has to actually use the fuel that's already stored in your body. So your brain needs carbohydrates to function. And on a 2-day cleanse, on the first day, your brain sucks all of the stored carbohydrates from your muscles and from your bowel and actually uses that for energy. On day 2, there's not much left, so your body will start attacking fat cells. And as it pulls these fat cells apart, we store all of our impurities in our fat cells. And the Cleanse for Life actually helps get the water-soluble, the fat-soluble, and the protein-soluble toxins and flushes them all out. So it's pretty awesome stuff. If you were to do just a normal fast and drink only water, the only impurities that you'd be taking out would be the water-soluble toxins. So there's 2 different ways to cleanse. There's 3 different ways. There's your deep cleanse, which is your 2-day cleanse, which is the one I just described, where your body actually sucks everything out of all the stored fat cells. You can also do a 1-day cleanse. This is a little bit gentler than a 2-day cleanse. It still gets great results, but the 2 is where the magic happens. And then you can also do daily cleansing. So once you've got to the level that you want to be at, getting rid of all of your stored toxins, a daily cleanse is great. It removes the impurities that we're exposed to on a daily basis. So just flushing out everything that's in your system that day. One of the really cool things about Cleanse for Life is that they've added a whole bunch of adaptogens to it. So rhodiola and ashwagandha. These things I used to take because when I was doing my competition dieting, my body would just store fat whenever cortisol was present. So cortisol is a hormone that forces your body to store fat. And can you guys hear me? I'm just seeing in the chat that it's playing up. You guys are good? All right, sweet. So it's just some people's connections. So what happens, the Cleanse for Life has got these awesome adaptogenic herbs in that stop your body from creating cortisol, and that stops it from stressing out. So it's great to have on a daily basis, just removing all the stuff that's not meant to be there. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, so if you do want to find out more about Cleanse for Life or any of the products that we do have a look at isoproduct.com.au or isoproductau.com. It is an absolutely fantastic resource, and you can check out all the ingredients, how it works in the body, and what to do. All right, so I'm going to hand you back over to the gorgeous Kylie again.
Awesome, Rene. Thank you so much. Sorry about the noise. It might be. It sounds like because people are still logging in, and automatically it will unmute them, even though I've had people on mute. So sorry about that, dear. But it was awesome. Thank you so much. I didn't know that they did that to my body, to be honest with you. I knew I just had to take the product. So that's very eye-opening and obviously very knowledgeable always from lovely Rene. Guys, I just want to go through, this is the time when I want to hit on the tool of the week. Everyone sort of has a bit of a chat about the tool, and everyone has their sort of little favorite tool or whatnot. There's so many free tools with Isogenics. Well, look, they're all free, aren't they, compared to other companies that we might hear about. This one I really, really like. It's Isogenics to go. And I know I think it was Jackson actually put it up in Together We Will and showed us all about it. You download it from your phone. When you're on your phone, download it from your phone onto your phone because you can't have it on your computer. It's really, really cool when you're out with people. You don't have to take your laptop. You don't have to take anything. It has all the tools on it for you. It has presentations. It has information about products. You can choose different regional areas on products too. So you have an international team that you might be talking to on the phone. You can quickly get into the product there. It also has videos, which is really, really cool, especially when you're sitting down with someone wanting to have a chat, if you don't want to carry your iPad everywhere. So that's my little tip of the day. Just got the web address on how to find it up there, but seriously, just Google Isogenics to go and it will actually take you to that when you're on your phone. So that was my little tip of the week. Very exciting stuff. Watch out. So before we get any further, I want to introduce to you the lovely Krystal. Now bear with me just 2 seconds. I'll just take her off mute. Now lovely, lovely Krystal. So a few things about Krystal before we...
Kylie, I'll just let you know.
Yes.
Kylie?
Yes.
We've lost the screen.
Oh. Can you see anything now? Oh, you can't.
No, we can't see any of the slides.
Done. Can you see something now?
Sorry, guys. Just give us... yeah.
There you go. Hey. Look, anybody can do this.
Perfect.
Isn't that what Alan says? Just following the leaders, man. Just following the leaders. Okay, so Krystal, you said no to Isogenics for over a year before you said yes, man. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
The power of the follow-up, man. You hit Krystal Executive in just over 3 months while you're working 12 hours a day, and you out-earned your $100,000 salary in 4 months and resigned from your 9-to-5 grind. Love that. And what your topic is on tonight, you build all your business on Facebook, 100% of your business on Facebook. But look, that's your standard sort of business, and that's sort of how you got into Isogenics. But we've had a few little trips away together, Krystal. We've been lucky enough to spend some time at Century Cove on a little getaway, and Cambodia as well. And you know what I love about you is the universe and me are tight. Every time I have a happy moment, Krystal, I'm like, man, the universe and me are tight, man. That's your saying. I'm like, man, Krystal's got it right. Krystal knows what she's on about. So that's what I love about you, and that sums you up.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Love it. Go ahead, my love. I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
Oh, thank you. I'm very excited. Do you mind just putting up the
I can.
Awesome. I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. I'm really passionate about, obviously, Isogenics, but also really passionate about how I built my business, which is purely on Facebook. So, all I want tonight is obviously to give you a few of the things that I've learned along the way. I've made plenty of mistakes, and I've had great mentorship with our leaders. So I'm just going to share a few of the things that I've learned, a few of the topics that I want to speak on, and I obviously could speak about Facebook for hours and hours, to be honest with you, but I've just pulled up a few of the things that come up a lot and people ask me about. So one of the things I find people are a little bit confused about is what is prospecting? Like, what does that actually look like? So I'm going to touch on that. The second thing I want to talk about and obviously show you is my simple steps to signing someone up on the President's Pack through Facebook. The most two common objections that I feel a lot of people approach me about. So we're going to cover those two objections. And then how to get your people paid ASAP through Facebook. And then I've just got a few tips and tricks that I really want people to kind of always have in the back of their mind they're having a conversation with someone about Isagenix or this amazing opportunity. So if we just go to the next slide. Thanks, Kylie. Okay, so I get a lot of people kind of come to me and they'll ask me about prospecting. You have to be prospecting. Like it just has to, it's like a part of your everyday routine, like brushing your teeth in this business. A lot of people, I think, are a little bit confused about what it actually looks like, what it's like to prospect. Some people will come to me and say they've been prospecting, and what their interpretation of prospecting is basically getting on Facebook, messaging everyone that they know, and just basically spewing information at them about Isagenix. Like they open up their conversation about Isagenix. And that's probably the exact opposite of what prospecting is. And don't worry, I did all the things I'm talking about tonight I have done incorrectly. It's just that I've learned the right way now. So when you're prospecting on Facebook, it's really about expanding your networks and the people that you're already in your network, rebuilding the relationship that you have with them. And that could be simply going through your Facebook friends list, and anyone that you haven't spoken to, whether it be 6 or 12 months, you send them a message and ask them how they are, what's going on with you. Find common ground with them. You know, if you went to high school, example with Belinda, and Belinda's now had kids and you guys haven't spoken in 6 years, make it all about Belinda. How are you? What are your kids' names? Are you married? What's going on with you? That's really what prospecting is. So prospecting is really about building strong and powerful relationships and reconnecting with the people that you may have just lost touch with. At some point throughout that conversation, once you've really found out what's going on with them, there will be an opportunity for you to talk about what you've been doing, and that's when you share Isagenix, whether it be health, wealth, or what have you, with this person. Just to give you an idea, whenever I prospect, I am never prospecting to get someone. It's about, the great thing that I've found with Isagenix is I have such amazing relationships with people now. People that I lost contact with, or people that I was like didn't have time for because I was so busy in my life, have now brought so much joy to my life. So I may talk to someone for 6 months before there's an opportunity or what have you to bring up Isagenix. So it's not about you getting on Facebook and attacking people with verbal diarrhea about your opportunity, your plans, your story. It's not about that. It's just about rebuilding relationships with people and opening up your network to allow more room for people. A little tip is get on Facebook, write a list of all the people that you haven't spoken to and start connecting with them again. I really want to talk about something that Peter Kelly's been talking a lot about on Facebook, and I think it's really cool because it's the polar opposite of who I was before I started Isagenix. She's got this saying it's cool to be nice. I was, before Isagenix, if you weren't in my clique, I didn't smile at you. I didn't have time of day for you because I was a selfish, busy person. And I think that it's okay to own that because I just think that's how people are in life. One of the things that I've learned through Isagenix is really to be kind, be warm, be open to people always, because that's what we're in the business of. We're in the business of having powerful relationships with people. So maybe check in with yourself on a regular basis and see, if you're always posting about your opportunity, are you actually commenting on other people's stuff, outside of Isagenix? Are you congratulating people on having babies and just opening up yourself to new relationships? So always have that. It's kind to be nice. Be the person in high school that was everyone's best friend. That's who you are now because you're a professional network marketer. So always have that in the back of your mind. Next slide. Thanks. Now, I have kind of just written up these steps to success. So basically, we're all posting on Facebook. We're putting it out there in our own way of what we're doing, whether it be wealth creation or physical transformations. So I think a lot of people get the steps confused. When somebody posts on your Facebook picture saying, what's this cleanse, or someone messages you saying, what's this cleanse, most people, and myself included, when I started, I would just get straight into business. What's the cleanse? blah, 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 spew information at them about the cleanse. I even go back and look at those messages, and I rarely ask, oh my God, how are you? We haven't spoken in years. What's been going on? So I think it's just really important that when someone messages about the cleanse, that's the opening topic, obviously, but it's weird for you to actually ignore the fact that you haven't spoken to this person in years or that you even know each other. So always, always build the relationship first. If you can do steps 1 and 2 correctly, which is build the relationship and build trust and rapport, you will find that the objections that you're getting on a daily basis about price and etc. will not come up. Since crafting my skill on Facebook, I rarely get price objections, and that's because I am building strong, powerful, meaningful relationships with people. So step 2, so step 1 is build your relationship. Step 2 is build trust. Now, the way you build trust with people is to find common ground. If people can relate to you, and that's by you making yourself relatable to that person, they will instantly trust you. So always have that in the back of your mind as well. And the second one is build rapport. So I come from a sales background. So these are classic sales kind of tips, but really they're not sales tips. It's actually just being human and, as PK says, being nice. So give someone a compliment, whether it be what's been going on in their life, whether they got married. So do some research on what's been happening with them. And to do that, you need to ask questions about them. Don't make it about you. Share your 30-second story. When I used to start this, I would write paragraphs and paragraphs about how awesome I was feeling, which is great, but people actually don't care about you. They care about themselves. So make sure when you're sharing your 30-second story, it is short, to the point, and you always make your 30-second story relatable to that person. So if that person is a mum of 3 kids, whereas I'm not, and she's got lots of weight to lose or what have you, and she's sharing with you that she's tired and run down, then you're going to make sure that you make your 30-second story relatable to her situation, because again, that builds trust and rapport. Goals. It's always really important. Our products are amazing, and as Rene always says, everybody can use these products, but it's always important to find out what their goals are. By asking, I use the same template every single time I talk to somebody. It's the same question. What are your health goals? Are you looking to lose weight, build lean muscle, mental clarity, sleep better, moods, what have you? I always find out what their personal goals are, because if I don't know their goals, how can I really help them? If I don't know their goal, or I'm not taking the time to find out, really I'm just looking for a sale. I don't really care about this person, but I actually do care about these people, and I want to make an impact in their lives. So always be finding out what their goals are. A lot of people are going to come back to you and say weight loss. Always go 3rd, 4th, 5th level deep with your questions. If someone tells you weight loss, how many kilos would you like to lose? 10 kilos. How long have you been trying to lose 10 kilos for? So the deeper and deeper and deeper you go into these questions, you're going to find what's called their dominant buying motive. A dominant buying motive is the reason that they will spend $600 and commit to you as a customer. So someone wanting to lose weight that's a goal. It's not a dominant buying motive. Finding out that she's been trying to lose weight for the last 12 months, she's struggling in her marriage because she's feeling really shit about herself and it's really hard to connect with her husband, that's her dominant buying motive. Or a father who no longer has the energy to play with his children and it's killing him inside, that's his dominant buying motive, not the fact that he wants to lose weight. It's the thing it's the reason that he wants to lose weight, if that makes sense. Then you can share a third-party story. So we've helped so many people who have different goals to me. So if someone has got a completely different goal to me of why they want to use our amazing products, then I'm going to share a third-party story of somebody who's similar to them, who's had their goals and achieved great success. I might do that by sharing their story. I might do that by sending a bunch of transformation photos of someone who's lost a similar amount of weight. And then I always plug everyone into the Facebook support group. When you're plugging people into the Facebook support group, I find a lot of people will say, oh, they didn't want to be plugged into it. that's because of the way you ask them. If you ask somebody, and you probably haven't done steps 1 and 2 correctly, you haven't built the trust and rapport. But when I plug someone in, I say, hey, I've just added you. So I'm not asking them for a yes or no answer. I'm letting them know that I've plugged them into this group. And if they want to remove themselves, they can remove themselves. So you don't have to ask them. You just need to let them know that you've done it. Then send a tool, just cleanse. Like, I think we're all pretty passionate about that clip. It's amazing. And then 3-way calls. Everyone should be doing 3-way calls or 3-way Facebook messages. If you get the sale and you haven't done a 3-way call, organise a 3-way call when their pack arrives. You always need to be plugging them into a Facebook group and plugging them into an additional support system other than yourself. Because once they feel like they're a part of something, they will stay with you for life. Now, I think what's really interesting here, which might be shocking to some people, is that price is the last thing I tell people. When I first started, price was the first. If someone asked me what the price was, I would tell them. I've learned that, and I should know because I've come from a sales background, but what I've learned is that you need to build value. If someone asks you for the price, you're doing them a disservice by actually telling them if you haven't done steps 1 through 6. Because you haven't built the value, they don't really know what it's about, and then you're throwing $600 in their face. And you know what? Why would they spend $600 with you? They don't really know what it's going to do for them. So always make sure that even when someone asks for the price, it's your job as a professional network marketer to go back. They ask for the price, you're still at step 1. So you've got to find a way around it and go steps through 6, and always leave price to last until you know, and you'll have that 6th sense when it's the right time, when they're sold, they're begging you for the price and they want this in their lives. That's when you tell them the price. And then it's really easy. If you follow those steps and don't get them mixed up by telling price at number 2, I promise you it'll be a really easy process. There's no need to rush the process. We're not in the game of getting people or rushing people. So always make sure you're following those steps, and price is last, and then you can place your order. If I can get the next slide, thanks. I really want to go over these 2 common objections. A lot of people approach me about price objection, or they said it was too expensive. Surprisingly, and this might shock people, there is no such thing as a price objection. It doesn't exist. It's actually something that we've created. If you are doing those steps, 1 and 2 are the most important. You will not get a price objection. The reason people are giving you a price objection of, oh, that's too expensive, is because they don't see value in it. It's not that they can't afford it, and it's not that they don't want it. You simply haven't done the job correctly in showing them the value in this product as to why they should hand over $600. The only price objection, there is no price objection, but not everyone is going to have $600 there and then. And that's totally okay. Like, I did not have $600. It's part of the reason I said no for so long. It's okay. Not everyone has $600, even though, yes, it is affordable, but everyone's in different, living a different life to us. So you've always got to meet people where they're at and be totally respectful of that. When someone comes back to me and they'll be saying, Krystal, I'm devastated. I don't have the money, because I've done steps 1 through 7 so well that they want it, they just can't afford it. And then I ask them, well, what's affordable? I work out a savings plan. You know, if you put away this much per week, how long do you think that until you could purchase it? And then we're messaging every week, still in contact, still building that relationship, and those people always come back to me. Even this week and last week, I've had 2 people go, hey, Krystal, I'm ready. I've saved my money. And that's because I've built a powerful relationship with them, that they want this in their life, and I've built the value. Again, same thing with when people come back to you about, you know, I have people come back to me and they'll go, hey, I saw there's a 30-day cleanse or a 9-day cleanse or what have you. It's my job. I believe in the President's Pack. There actually is no other pack. The President's Pack guarantees results. It's what I started on. How can I possibly recommend a 9-day cleanse when I actually know nothing about it? Basically fasting for 9 days, and that's not fun for anyone. So again, when someone comes back to you, it's your job to go through why, based on their goals and what they told you they wanted, why they need to stick with the President's Pack. And even if it's because they can't afford it, I say to people, I would rather you wait 4 weeks, save the remainder money, than start on something smaller, because this is a pack I believe in, and this is the pack I 100% know that you're going to get results. And they do that. Do you know what I mean? So work with people and give them the information. If someone comes back to you with, I want the 30-day cleanse, you know, they're challenging you. Give them the information why they need the President's Pack. Don't give up on them. Thanks, Kylie. If I can get the next slide. Okay, so when I first started this business, it's like everyone talks about you plus two, them plus two. And what I used to do is basically I would sign someone up and be like, okay, great, find 2 people, and just kind of let them go off into the world to find their 2 people. And that really doesn't work, because if they don't find their 2 people, then they give up. And if they don't find their 2 people fast, they give up. So I really changed my tactic, and I give a lot more nurturing to people. So when someone comes into my business, they buy their pack, I tell them about Isagenic's amazing referral system, which is you plus 2, them plus 2. And basically how I really want to help them get their products paid for. I always say this, 80% of the people that I help are still ordering their products 9 months later, and I know you will, because I guarantee you're going to love it, and I don't want you paying for your products every month. So can I please show you how you're going to get your products paid for? It's really simple. Now, when you say that, if you say that with posture, people are rarely going to tell you no. I think it's always in the invitation, which I'm pretty sure Paul mentioned it at an event. Is that, you know, when you ask someone, you invite someone to do something, do it with posture, and you'll get the response you're looking for. So then I actually help people write their first Facebook post. I don't just send them off into the wilderness anymore to kind of find their 2 people and do it on their own. I really nurture them. So I say, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do your first Facebook post. This is going to let your Facebook community know that you're starting your cleanse, you're excited. It's going to keep you accountable, but it's also going to allow you to reach a lot of people and let them know what you're doing. Because, and I ask them, are you passionate about being able to help other people with their health and weight? If you ask people those kinds of questions, they're not going to say no. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll go, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. Especially if they've struggled with their health and weight, of course they're going to be passionate about it. So I help them write their first Facebook post, and I get them to tag me in it. And you'll see this very commonly on my wall. The reason I get them to tag me in it is so that every time someone likes it or comments, I actually get a notification. Then what we do behind the scenes is, as soon as the first person comments, I will actually message Sally in private message. Hey Sally, Mary's just commented, you know, who's Mary? When was the last time you saw her? What's your relationship? So I get a bit of background information so that I can basically Sally through the steps. So Sally, whenever someone messages her, she's going to be looking for that common ground. What can she talk to Mary about? And we go through that. I do a lot of Facebook 3-way messages to people. So once we do the first post and we start getting interest, I'm introduced to them basically straight away. Sally's going to say to Mary, hey, I've just started, as you can tell. I'm loving these products. I really want to introduce you to Krystal. She's been helping me, and she'll be able to answer your questions, because I'd hate to give you the wrong information and waste your time. Then those people are always open to talking to me, because Sally's been really honest. The most powerful thing you can say to someone is, I don't know. When you start pretending to know, like the protein and what have you, people see straight through that. So plug them into a 3-way conversation, and then we do that step by step, basically the same thing I did with Sally, and then the same steps, and then we order packs. So I find that's really, really successful. I spend a lot more time and nurturing people in the beginning, but by week 2, once I've got them paid, they are having their own conversations, they're doing their own 3-way calls and Facebook messages, and it really, really, really empowers people. Awesome. Thanks. I'll get the next slide. Okay, so this is basically just some tips. It's where I've made mistakes. It's just things that I've picked up that I really want to kind of leave you with, just so that when you're going into your conversations now and you're making them powerful and you're making them meaningful, that you always have this in the back of your mind. I don't know where I got this from. I've heard it at some event by some leader, but it's not about the products, it's about what the products can do. In the beginning, I was telling people about shake days, cleanse days, this, that. It doesn't matter. I promise you, it doesn't matter. People do not care what rocks up in that box as long as they know it's going to fix their pain. So the sooner you can get to their pain and start having powerful conversations, it doesn't matter about what type of protein. People do not care. So always think about that. If you're getting caught up in a conversation with someone all about product, you need to go back. Do you know what I mean? People will buy from you because they like you, not because of what's in the products. Now, I'm not saying that there are some people who want to know all that stuff, and that's totally cool, because we're always about meeting people where they're at. But if you find that you're always talking about shake days and cleanse days, then you're missing steps 1 and 2, which is build trust, rapport, and build a relationship. Sometimes I help people and they don't even know what's arriving in their box, because of the relationship I have with them. And then I set them up for a great 30 days. Always talk heart to heart. This is something that I think, if you struggle with, you've probably got to do a little bit of work on yourself. It's something I've had to do. I'm not the kind of person that lets people in. But I found that through this journey, my journey with Isagenix, I have really powerful conversations with people now. We talk heart to heart. Like, within our first few messages, we're like friends. Do you know what I mean? Some people I don't even know, but we're really, really rebuilding the relationship. I've been brought to tears talking to people once we really start talking about their pain. So always think about that. Are you being superficial? Are you present? Are you there because you're trying to get a sale? If you are, you're doing this whole industry a disservice. It's about really, really connecting with people. You've got a gift and you're going to empower someone's life. So you've got to get heart to heart and you've got to get deep with people. Don't focus on the products. Obviously, what I've already said. Be present in your conversations. So, if you're really busy and you've got lots of going on, you're having all these conversations with people are pretty intuitive. So if you're not really present and you're rushing through the process and you're not really giving them your time, then you need to obviously check in with yourself, because again, you're in the business of creating powerful, meaningful relationships and helping people. So make sure you're always present in your conversations. And if you're not having a great day and you're not being present, you're better off talking to that person tomorrow when you can really help them. Follow the steps. Most importantly, be building relationships. Don't rush the process. One of my beautiful friends, Diana, she was one of the first people who messaged me. I signed her up 2 weeks ago. She said no to me multiple times. Did I let it affect me in any way? No, because I'm not in the business of getting people. I've got this amazing product which I love and I'm passionate about helping people, but I am never anymore, not saying in the beginning I wasn't, but I really learned to know that it's okay, because people we're dealing with are weight issues and health issues, and that person has to be ready. You cannot make someone be ready. If someone's not ready to take control of their health and lose 10, 15 kilos, what have you, you need to let them have their time and know that you'll always be there whenever they're ready. And that's really the motto I have, and people always come back to me. As Katch always talks about the funnel, I'm always putting people in my funnel. Always live with your heart, which I think is really important. Don't be motivated by the fact that you're going to get a commission. People smell it. It's called commission breath. Always be genuine and lead with the heart. Information, when you're talking about our products, less is more. Less is so much more. So don't be spewing information at people. You should be asking question after question after question, because you want to know about them. What do they need? What's their goals? And telling people about the products, obviously it's not selling, and most importantly, use the tools. If somebody, and it's something that I've had to learn myself. In the beginning, I was definitely would just spew information at people and always answer their questions. If someone asked me, what's the difference between daily cleansing, deep cleansing, and single day cleansers, I'm going to find something on isagenixhealth.net and send it to them, because even though I love helping people lose weight and feel amazing, I'm also in the business of wanting to inspire people that they can do this business. And if I'm constantly answering all these really in-depth questions about the protein, the cleanse, and what have you, that's going to make them feel that I'm special, that I know all this information, and I'm really educated about it. But if I send them a tool, when they're ready and they want to look at this opportunity, they might go, well, that's really easy because Krystal just sent me a tool. I can do that. I can help people. So then when I start, trying to obviously show them this amazing opportunity, they're going to feel like, yeah, I can definitely do that because all you did was send me links. So always, whenever you're answering a question, check in with yourself. Should I be answering this question, or should I be sending this person a link and empowering them to read it themselves and actually get the correct information? I think there's one more slide. Oh, yeah, I love this quote. I find a lot of people obviously are really, when you start out, like I was kind of like just told everyone, but that's just my personal, but I understand for everyone it's different. We always talk about you've got to have a 10 out of 10 belief in your products. And if you don't, if it's below a 6, you've got a lot of work to do on yourself. So go and educate yourself and start reading and learning and checking out just really what these products are doing for people's life in physically and financially. You've got a gift, so make sure that you share that gift. Don't hide it. Don't be ashamed of it. Share it with the world. And I'm not saying go and spew on people. I'm just saying be proud of it and have posture. And, do this business with integrity and lead with the heart and show people that network marketing it's not about, Natalie Cook always says, which I love, it's not about the money, it's about what you can do with the money. So what do you want to do with your money, and what do you want to do with your life, and how many lives do you want to impact? My goal is I want to impact thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. So I'm going to be having thousands and thousands and thousands of powerful and meaningful conversations. I really hope that, just those steps, I hope that you walk away from tonight just feeling like, you know what, I can do that. That's really easy. I've just got to be myself and I've got to speak from the heart. So I hope that really helped everyone, some of my tips and tricks about Facebook.
Yes, Chris, that was me. Yay. Krystal. And I bet you there is 67 other people on the line wanting to give you the big round of applause, and I'm sure you're going to get a gazillion messages there because that was freaking awesome, man. It really was.
Thank you.
I love
really
listening to you. It did. And I'm sure, I can't speak for everyone, but I am sure that it would help anyone in their business. You are just so natural and just really get to the guts of it, and you just make it simple. Just keep it simple. But some people just don't know how to keep it simple. So thank you so much for sharing your amazing tidbits. I hoped everyone honoured that hour too. You weren't off making a cup of tea, or you weren't doing the dishes or whatever, because that was some pretty awesome nuggets, as we say, for building your business and sharing with people, really, firstly and foremostly. So, when you tune in, guys, make sure you do honour that hour and don't get caught up with chores or something that really just doesn't matter just now. Before I leave you and you enjoy the rest of your evening, I'm going to put a post in the Together We Will page for questions and feedback around the webinar. So keep an eye out for that and make sure you put your post in there. Make sure you tag Rene or Krystal in regards to your questions. And I'm going to leave you with who doesn't have their celebration ticket. If you don't have your celebration ticket, why don't you have your celebration ticket? So check out the website that we've got linked there, Isogenic Celebration AU. That will give you the general session times. A lot of people are starting to ask, when do I go? What do I do? The absolute nuts and crux of it, guys, is if you're not a director, it's just general session. It starts at Friday at 1 p.m. Just get there a little bit earlier to register, 1 to 5 on Friday, and then the normal times on Saturday and Sunday. But please check out that website. It has all the information on there for you. We are all big human beings and we can all figure it out for ourselves. And I cannot wait to see you all there at Celebration. And I cannot wait to hear from our next presenters on next Thursday night's webinar. We'll see you all
Kylie,
there.
We've got a group question.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Will you be drinking at Celebration?
Well, I think you're crazy if you think I'm not going to drink.
Love it.
That's hilarious.
Renee's excited.
Rene will be there if Kylie's drinking. That's hilarious. You might sell some more celebration tickets, actually, based on that information. So. I love it. I'm going to gala. I am not going to Isis Spectacular though. With 2 children, we had to sort of split up the babysitting duties, but I'm really looking forward to it. Absolutely. You've thrown me off, Krystal. That is freaking hilarious.
I'm sorry.
End on a bang, hey? I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, take care. Krystal, thanks so much for your time. You really rocked it. I loved hearing from you, and I can't wait to hear it when you're on next time.
Thank you so much. Bye.